Do you need some motivation to get some things done for spring cleaning or just to get your to-do list done? This is a spring clean video with me, which I mean kind of doubles as a get your to-do list done with me video. So my name is Lindsay and I love to make these videos, give you guys motivation, help you to get things done in your own home. So I started with the dog beds because they were like, needing clean. They've been needing to be washed for a while. And so I started with those. And then I was like, okay, well, while I'm here, I'm going to do some laundry, put some laundry away. And there's always laundry to do. So just throwing some loads that were washed, putting them away, getting them put away. And it's just kind of the way it is. You start with laundry. Sometimes that's where you need to start because you need clothes to wear. In fact, I had some jeans right here that I actually wanted to wear that day, and I was wearing my sweatpants, and so I threw on my jeans, and I was like, yeah. I have one pair of pants that I like to wear. One. So they get a lot of use. Pregnancy is kind of that way. You have like your set clothes that you're gonna wear, and then you just kind of only wear those. So I wear like sweatpants or I wear those jeans, and that's it. I feel like I'm always folding laundry, and that's okay. Like it needs to get done. But if you guys haven't folded your laundry or haven't put a load in for a minute, and if you don't have like a set system, because everyone's different, I don't really have a set system. I try and do it like once every 3 days. I try and get all the clothes washed and put away. But sometimes that just isn't how it works out, and that's okay too, as long as they get clean and we have clothes to wear, that's really all that matters. But if you guys haven't done that, maybe go throw a load in while you're watching this video. Just get something done really quick. I love to be reminded to put laundry away or to be like starting a new load, because I'll like start a load and then I'll forget and then I won't turn it over until like later that night or whatever, and then I'm like wishing I had gotten it all put away before I went to bed, but that's okay. There's only so much me can do in a day. Me can do. Well, that was a weird sentence, but that's okay. I saw this. If you guys have ever seen Elise Myers, she does like the short, funny TikTok videos, but I watch her on YouTube because I'm a YouTube girl. But she did this video and she's pregnant, or at least, she's pregnant. Yeah. And she's like, there's only about 20% of me that I can give in some days. Like, it's okay if I don't give 100% because pregnant Elise is only able to give 20%, and that's okay. And if people need more than 20%, then that's sucks for them because they're only getting 20. And then I was like, yeah, there's just some days when I only have 20% to give. Sometimes I only have like 10% to give. So as long as I can, to others and even to myself sometimes, to like do things for me, because a baby growing inside you is so much work. And so I am just trying to do my best, trying to do what I can. And I kind of took that little quote from Elise Myers to heart. I was like, I can only do so much. And there's days when I can do a lot more. I think this day that I was doing this, I was able to do like 85%. And that felt like a million, like that felt amazing to me, like $1 million. I felt so good. And then the next day after this, I laid in bed and watched TV with Dan in the living room like all day. So there's just, there's things that I can do and then there's things that I can't do. And actually, that might not have been this day, actually. I think that was I filmed this video in 2 parts. Yeah, so this is one day, and Dan was with me this day. But the next day that I filmed, Dan wasn't with me. But yeah, I think I actually took Dan I think we went to a doctor's appointment. I don't remember. Honestly, I can't remember what we did this day. I filmed some things of getting some spring cleaning done and getting some things done. I vacuumed and got a lot done today, but I did go and kind of clean up Dan's room a little bit. There's like picking up the clothes off the ground and picking up his room. I think I actually cleaned his room up a little bit better later on because I shampoo all the carpets. and that was super nice. It smells so much better in those rooms, not gonna lie, except where I have left the shampooer and I haven't like cleaned it out totally. So that was in the hallway for a minute, and now I put it in the bathtub so I can remember to clean it out. But yeah, that was fun. So yep. Oh, and I had to show you this quick little clip of Minion, Dan, and Roxy all sitting on the couch watching a show, hanging out while I was cleaning and doing some things. And that dog is so like anytime you give her any kind of attention, she's in your face trying to get all the pets and loves. And it's so sweet, but it's also like, hey, I need to get some stuff done, Roxy. But she's such a sweetheart. And she has loved her dragon toy very much. And yes, we throw it across the room and she slides every time. And it's hilarious and I love it. Minion was actually being pretty playful yesterday too. And he was playing with his rope, which he hasn't done in maybe a year. Like it's been a long time. And he was being super playful and having lots of fun. Minion's a little white dog and he's really old. Oh my gosh, this is so funny. Roxy will do this and then she'll jump over the couch, which terrifies me, but she barely missed Dan, which is good. I did get mad at her because after I made sure Dan was okay, I got a little bit mad at her, but you know. And then Minion, here's Minion. He's so sweet. But yeah, I'm trying to train Roxy not to jump over the couches like that, especially now that we're going to have a newborn. I think that once the baby comes, she'll be a little bit more tame and calm, like because she'll feel like the change in the house and everything. I'm hoping. And me and Dan went downstairs to turn over the bedding. Yeah, and so not the bedding, though, I guess the dog's bedding. And they're just machine washable and they are nice. It's great to have machine washable beds for the dogs. Makes life so much easier. And then here I am just picking up the living room, and Dan was watching Blippi while he was eating his lunch, I believe. I had filmed another video this day too, actually. I filmed my last video, which was, oh gosh, what was it that I filmed? Oh, decluttering everything simply this life tells me to, and that video was really great. I thought it was so fun, and it actually went over really well with you guys. So if you guys want to see more videos like that, or even videos like this, let me know what you guys like to see from me. I always like to know what kind of videos are your favorites and what ones you always want to come back for. It's just because, I mean, I'm not just talking to myself here. I'm talking to my friends and just trying to get to know you a little bit better. So the comments help so much, and it makes me feel like I'm actually helping you, hopefully giving you some motivation and giving you some friendship along the way as well, because decluttering and cleaning is always better when you're doing it with someone else, right? So I did a little bit of vacuuming I did quite a bit of vacuuming, and just vacuuming the living room and everything, just getting it picked up, and there's always just so much to do, and vacuuming is not my favorite chore, so it doesn't get done as much as I would like it to be, but that's okay. We'll be okay. Yeah, like, guys, come on. It's all right. And so I'm just doing what I can and vacuuming what I can. And I actually vacuum twice in this video because technically I only show this time, but I did vacuum twice because I vacuumed this time because it needed to be done. And then I was gonna shampoo some of the carpets, and then I didn't in this day. But then when I went to go shampoo the carpets again, obviously that needs to be vacuumed again. But before I vacuumed this rug, I actually sprayed down, you probably saw it, I sprayed down some baking soda just to kind of, I don't know, make it smell a little bit better. So it was the last thing I vacuumed because I wanted the baking soda to kind of sit in there and make it smell better. And I need to clean this rug really bad. I just haven't gotten around to it, but vacuuming it helps a lot. By the way, this is a rug that is literally just old carpet from the room that it is sitting in. Like, we replaced the flooring and we had carpet in all of these rooms when we tore down all the walls and everything. I just took the carpet from this room. Just from one rug. One rug! Yeah, there's always just so much on that rug. Like, even the couple days later when I vacuumed the rug, it's still like that. So it's just the way it is. But we took the rug, we cut a piece of carpet from that room that it was in. I'm still looking for a rug. I don't know, guys. I just haven't wanted to spend the money on a new rug. Even if it's like $100, I'm like, I don't know. Is it really that worth it? You know, I need to clean this one though, because it does need a good cleaning. I just haven't wanted to like shampoo on top of the laminate flooring that we have underneath. I don't want to ruin it. So I'm like, okay, maybe I'll take the carpet downstairs or into Dan's room or something and shampoo the carpet itself and do all that. Oh, and this rug right here, the lip right there, it's like a little lip that's been hanging out there. It's just the traffic and everything, I think, has just caused it to raise. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to clean this area and flip the carpet. I'm going to flip the rug around so that I can have it lay flat on that side. So I came in and I was going to vacuum it first, and I'm like, well, I got to vacuum it anyway. So I just kind of pulled it up, and then I vacuumed underneath where the carpet was and where the rug was. I keep saying carpet, but it's rug, which I guess is technically a carpet. If you have seen Aladdin, they call it a magic carpet ride. So, you know, and it's basically a rug with tassels. So anyway, so I vacuumed in here, and then I just made sure to get underneath where the curtains are. I need to shorten these curtains just a little bit. They have like 4 inches extra of fabric. It's just hasn't been on my to-do list yet. They are not a priority. So I pulled this out, and I was surprised at how much stuff was underneath this rug, but it looks so much better being flipped the other way. It was driving me nuts, and I think I've tripped over it like 8 times. So I was like, okay, I can hide the little like raised up parts underneath the curtains, so that will be better for sure. But yeah, just kind of cleaning and doing what I can. And there's no perfect science to this, guys. You just do what you can and do what works for you. Cleaning you just do what you can. I'm going to say that 1,000 times apparently. And I need to refinish this table too. That's been on my to-do list for a long time as well. Just has not been a priority. And that's been a lot of things lately. Truly, a lot of things have been like, okay, this is my to-do list. Just not a priority. And you can't do everything perfectly. That's all there is to it. But it definitely looks better hiding underneath the curtain, I will say. And I've been really liking having the rug lay flat in the front. And I'm hoping it doesn't like switch so that it raises up on the side again. I'm really hoping that it just stays flat and looks nice. I'm also thinking of decluttering this table in the corner there. I don't know. It's just a table that I don't really love, and I'm nervous for the baby and everything. So, oh, did you guys want to see my wall? The cord from the vacuum pulled the tripod and pulled you into the wall, so I thought that was funny. But yeah, so the baby's coming, and I'm just trying to like kind of baby proof my house early with getting rid of some things that just aren't very baby friendly. And like that table, like Dan doesn't do anything with it. He'll sit on the bottom of it sometimes, but like I could see the baby pulling it on top of himself because it's just one of those tables, you know, it's not very sturdy and it could fall down. But Dan hasn't had any issues with it. I don't think I love the table in general anyway. So I'm like, yeah, maybe I'll just post it on Facebook Marketplace. You know, get rid of it, sell it, I don't know, something. We are trying to get out of debt still, so that's been fun. And so it could maybe help with some things, maybe get a little bit of debt paid off. Not really, not much. One table is not going to do anything. I did try to clean this out, but I couldn't get in there very good, so I think I need to like get in there with like a really good scrub brush. later in the video when I do the carpet cleaning, I actually wipe it out with a rag, and that did nothing, not really much at least. The vacuum helped with getting some of the stuff out, so that was good, but I need to like really get in there and pull out all of that lint and stuff that's stuck in the tracks. But you know, it is what it is, and that's where we're at. So it did make the doors run go a little bit smoother without having so much in there, but that's okay. Like, it's not perfect. Perfection is unattainable, and truly I am not a perfect person. So if you're watching videos from me for the perspective of a perfect person, well, you might need to find a new person to watch, because I am not that person, and that's okay. I really don't want to be perfect. That's not who I am, and I truly like to just show the real stuff. This is real. You do what you can, and you are not perfect, and that's okay. And getting the little things done on your list, just getting a few things done, is super helpful. I think this is the last clip I filmed on this day, and then we will go into the second day that I filmed, which is I think 2 days later, because I probably took a break in between, because I'll extend all of my energy one day because I'm like, oh, I can get so much done, I have so much energy, and then the next day I'm like, okay, I think I overworked myself. Oh yeah, so I took a load to the donation center in between these 2 days. It always feels so good to get things out of your house, and that's part of spring cleaning as well, is just trying to get things out, trying to say, all right, c'est la vie to these things that you decluttered. And donation center trips are always helpful for that, because you can empty your trunk. Because I try, after I declutter something, either I'll leave it in the spot where it's like I have like a couple boxes in my house where that's where I put decluttered items, but I'll either leave them there until the box is full, and then once the box is full, I'll stick it in my trunk. And that made me feel good, because I was able to get rid of 2 whole boxes of stuff. There was one box in there that I had been kind of like, 2 boxes were half empty, so, or half full, however you want to look at it, I guess. And then I consolidated them into 1 box. So I had 3 boxes total, and then I consolidated those 3 boxes into 2 boxes, and so I still have another decluttering box to fill up. So maybe there's another decluttering video soon. Comment what you guys need to declutter, and maybe I'll tackle that in my next video and we can talk about it. I love to declutter. Well, okay. Sometimes I don't love to do the actual decluttering, but I love having my house and my spaces decluttered, because it feels so much better and looks so much better. Also, I'm doing more laundry, because there's always laundry to do. Like I said, like this is like 2 days later, maybe 3 days later. I can't remember. Truly don't remember. But it feels so much better when it's all done. And I don't know what I'm saying. I like lost track. Doing laundry again, feeling good about laundry. And as long as I can get the laundry put away pretty quickly after I wash it, that's all I really care about, because I just, I am in the last stretch of my pregnancy. I turned 34 weeks on Friday, and it is now Sunday, and I'm just, have a hard time breathing. Have a hard time doing anything. Waking up in the morning has been a struggle, and that's okay. That's all right. That's where I'm at.
Sometimes when I'm thinking about us, before we got lost and we parted, back to back we would carry on, and we'd do anything for what we started. But this time we could break. I'm running dry, everything's the same. We'll try tonight, but this time we're not safe and sound. Not safe and sound.
I will say though that everything feels so much better when the house has been vacuumed. Floors really do make a big difference. So I do try to make sure that they're clean. I just don't always have the energy to get them done every day. So, and sometimes I'll have Devin do it, and that will be nice too. I had to take my socks off because I was like, oh, it's too wet to wear socks while doing this. Why would I wear socks while doing this? And I got about a third of the way through this room before I realized that the collector thing, the one that's supposed to like hold the dirty water, was not actually completely attached. So I was just soaking the floors and not actually sucking anything up. So I had to go over it a little bit with the carpet cleaner again, and that's just kind of the way things go sometimes. You doused your carpets with carpet cleaner and water, and then you have to go back over them to dry it up because you didn't hook the machine up correctly the first time. I guess that's just the way it is. So I was like, I kept like going over it with the dry only thing, and I was like, what is happening? Also, the machine was making kind of a weird noise too, so it's supposed to indicate that it's not working. And I think this is about when I realized that I did it wrong. Let's see. Let's see when I fix it. I think it's coming up. Yep, there it is. That's me pulling it out and pushing it back in, being like, oh, okay, yeah, there we go. So now it's starting to pull some water up, and so I set it to the dry only setting, and then I was able to get it all up. So that was nice. Started filling up the container for the used water, and it's always really concerning how nasty the water is, but you know, that's just kind of the way it is. Like, the carpets don't look terrible or really gross or anything. It's just dirt. There's always dirt, you know, and it's always cleaner if you do shampoo them, even if you don't go over it a million times. It's just a little bit cleaner each time, you know? Each time you clean them, it's a little bit cleaner. That was very, that's a no-brainer. My brain right now is just like, what is happening? Anyway, so I was laughing when I was editing this, not gonna lie, that my shirt is like halfway up my belly. So you can see like my pants have a big belly band that go all the way up to right at the top of my belly. And so like my shirt is like ridden up halfway just because it's a really tight shirt. It works good, but and it looks cute when it's like pulled down all the way, and it makes my belly look cute. But I just was laughing because it was like pulled up halfway, so you can see half of the belly band from my pants. And that's, you know, that's just kind of how life goes. But it felt so good to get these carpets cleaned. I hadn't cleaned them, I don't think, since we put the carpets in Dan's room. So, and I just cleaned what was visible. I like pulled some stuff off the floor, not a ton, just some stuff, and threw it on his bed or on the chair, and just carpet cleaned what I could see so that we could get it feeling a little bit nicer. Just the trafficked areas, you know, the stuff that people actually walk on and the dogs walk on. The dogs don't really come in this room too often, only when we're in there with them can they go in Dan's room, because there's too many toys. Roxy would eat them. So we try and avoid letting Roxy in here, specifically Roxy. Sometimes we'll let Dan play in his room, and like Minion can like sit in his room with him, but he literally just sits in his room and lays down in one spot. Roxy would make a bigger mess. Anyway, so then these are the only two rooms that I decided to carpet clean, and it felt so much better. This is our room, which the dogs sleep in and do everything, so it was a little bit grosser and needed to be done a little bit more than Dan's room, but these are the only two rooms that have carpet upstairs, so on the main level. So it's nice to have them cleaned. But yeah, let's listen to a song. This is called Hello Yellow by Lupus Nacht.
You told me there'd be better days, and nothing that can pull us under. You wanna take the pain away, but know that I was born as a fighter. We fade, but we're better than that. We're better than that. I know you know, so
I really like that song. I'm not gonna lie, I think it's such a fun one. It really is just like, it's a newer one that I found on Epidemic Sound, and it's just kind of a fun one. I really like to have my subscription to Epidemic Sound. It makes my videos, I think it makes it more fun to find songs and look for new things, and hopefully giving you guys some new songs to listen to here and there. And I do like to play the same songs. Like the last song I played was No Good, and I've been playing that on my channel for a really long time, and it's one of my favorites, truly. Like, I really like these songs that I can find and play on my channel. But Minion stayed on the bed the whole time I was shampooing the carpets. He was on his bed, and I had to move his bed onto my bed. I just kind of threw all the dog beds on top of my bed while I was doing that. And I'm cleaning the track again, hopefully making it a little bit better than it was. Can't be perfect, but it looks a little bit better. And so, yeah, like, I had to throw him in on the bed, and he did not love the carpet cleaner, I will say. But then I was just like, okay, so I had vacuumed before. I went around and vacuumed really quick, and I decided to do the Swiffering really quick as well, to get the Swiffering done in the kitchen and living room and everywhere that I had vacuumed before. Like, I went and vacuumed twice, so I did vacuum again this day, but because I don't want to just be moving all that dog hair around with the Swiffer. That would not be fun, but it does look so much better and feel so much better when the floors are clean. So that is what I was doing. But I was starting to get pretty tired after doing all the carpets and then doing the Swiffering, and just, this is why I overwork myself. I do a lot in one day, which it doesn't seem like I did a lot, but I had actually run a bunch of errands too, and like, it was a big day. So the next day after this, I think me and Dan just sat on the couch and did nothing, and that was great too. Those days are necessary, and you can't do everything all the time every day, and that's okay. And I'm lucky that I am a stay-at-home mom, because I can like pick and choose which days I want to get things done, and it's very lucky. I am very blessed in that way. But being 34 weeks pregnant, I'm just doing what I can, just trying to get things done. And hanging out with you always makes it better. Putting my camera up and being able to get things done while you guys are hanging out with me is always so nice. And getting the motivation from what you guys are doing, commenting down below what you guys are doing, is always helpful, and giving me a little bit of motivation here and there, or a lot of motivation, truly, that I can kind of bank and then use. I love seeing Roxy watch me do things. She sits on the couch and just like kind of hangs out while I get things done. She's like, "What are you doing, Mom? What are you doing? What are you doing? What is this? Why are you cleaning right now? You're supposed to be playing with me." I'm pretty sure that's what she thinks all day long. It's just like, okay, who's going to play with me next? What's happening? Where's my next meal? You know, I always think it's funny to think, like, what are dogs thinking? What are babies thinking? There's always just so much going on in those brains, and we have no idea what they are. And so, yeah, I was just pulling the dog food that I had thrown in the bathroom from my room. Usually it's in the corner in our room, but I threw that in the bathroom, and then I was like, well, I already have this dirty wet jet thing, and might as well clean the bathroom floors really fast. And just, it's always good to get the bathroom floor cleaned. It probably needed it, so not a bad deal. So I just kind of quickly went over it. And oh, and then this is kind of a little bit of a bonus. I pulled out my Easter decorations and wanted to get some Easter stuff put up. I don't have a lot of Easter stuff. I am more into like Christmas decorations and Halloween decorations, and I just don't have a lot of Easter, and I never know how long to put it up. And obviously it's Easter today that I'm editing this, like doing the voiceover, so nothing too exciting for you guys. Probably you're like, I'm sick of Easter, just, I'm done. But I'm putting this up today, so you get a little bonus of Easterness on Easter Sunday, which is good. And I'm just putting these pillows that I have up, and I had a wreath that I was gonna put up. It's like a bunny wreath, but I really like the wreath that I made for Christmas earlier, like late last year, obviously for Christmas, and it's still up, and it's like a real wreath, and it still looks cute. It's not like it's kind of dying, but I still really like it, and I was like, I just want to keep it up, and I don't want to switch it out yet, so I'm gonna keep that one up. But just a little bit of decoration just to make it feel more Eastery, and then Dan, I am about to do an Easter egg hunt for him. So what I did is I found some Mickey stickers, and I just kind of put those, like I started cutting out like some of the stickers so that I could throw them in eggs and stuff. I found some stuff around the house, and then I also got a few eggs at the Dollar Tree in a basket, and so we're going to do a little Easter egg hunt for him. And really, it doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be a lot. I probably spent like $8 on everything. Well, maybe a little bit more because I bought a bag of the Cadbury eggs, and those are not cheap. But only used like a quarter of the bag for his Easter eggs and stuff. So I wanted more Easter eggs than enough, like than the stuff would fill. So like I didn't want the Easter eggs to be full. So I really only filled them maybe halfway at the most. There was like this little, there was a couple cars that I found at the Dollar Tree and Walmart, and then these little animals that I just kind of, little animal figurines to kind of put in there just to kind of fill the eggs. I didn't want to get him anything too crazy, so I just did some stickers and some little animals, and then I had those 2 little bags of candy. He's a little boy, he's 3, he does not need a lot of stuff. But it's fun to do the Easter egg hunt. Honestly, I could put out empty eggs and he would still think that was like the best thing ever, because that little Easter decoration that I had just showed you, the little jar full of the Easter eggs in it, Dan was so excited just to see those. Like, he loves to just play with empty Easter eggs, so he really wouldn't care. But these little car Easter eggs are so cute. I had to get those ones. They're so fun, so I'm just excited for him to do it. And yes, I was snacking on the candy. It was not a good idea, but I did eat a little bit of it. And that was just kind of how it goes when you are filling Easter eggs. You start to eat some of the candy and then you regret it later. But yeah, so it's fun to do little activities like this with Dan, and felt good to have it already done a couple days before Easter, so I don't have to worry about filling them on Easter Sunday, and now I can just set them out and put them out. Anyway, that's it for this video. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Hopefully you got some good motivation out of this. Bye!